Welcome to therapy. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rosa, aka Therapy. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I took my hair from this to this. Did a curly cut at home. My shape, it's been about a year since I got my hair trimmed or cut, and the shape was just non-existent, and I was not feeling my results from my last couple of styles, so that told me I needed to trim it. And since we are in quarantine, I figured I would give a try to the curly cut myself at home. So if you're interested in seeing how I achieve these results, please keep watching. So I am starting off on freshly washed hair, and so I'm going to show you guys what I used for this curly cut. Of course, I need my detangling brush, spray bottle. We also, of course, need some shears. I suggest getting actual hair shears, hair cutting scissors, not like regular paper cutting scissors. That makes a difference. So basically what I'm going to do is my regular wash and go, which entails adding a leave-in, a gel, and in this case I also decided to use a mousse. Okay, so guys, I've gone to the salon and I've gotten a curly cut before. So I really think that having that experience and really seeing a professional do it helped me to understand what I'm doing and how to do it on myself. So if you haven't gotten a curly cut before and you aren't able to go and get one right now because we're on lockdown, I would suggest looking up some videos on YouTube. I have one about my experience, and I'll link that video up above so you can check that out. Okay, so now that my curls are defined, I'm going to diffuse this a little bit and then let it air dry, and then once it's dry I will have a good idea about the shape that they naturally fall in, and I'm just gonna go layer by layer and just give myself a little trim and a little bit of a shape again, because this ain't where it's at. And you'll know when it's time to give yourself a trim or a shape, because your styles, even if they are defined, even if they do look cute, it just doesn't have that same reaction that you get when you get that fresh trim. We're gonna get that going real soon. So let's diffuse. Alright, so my hair is mostly dry. I want to say it's like 95% dry. I'm going to start the cutting process. So I'm simply trying to get my hair in some kind of order, like how I would usually wear it. The cut and shape I'm going for is like more volume up in this area. I want to keep my length for the most part, just even that out on the bottom, and just try to build up a nice shape starting from the bottom to the top. So I'm just trying to straighten my curls out. Not straighten them, but fix them. We got a little crazy from blow drying. Just want to make sure that they're falling properly so I know what to cut. I don't want to pull them too much when I cut. that changes the length of the curl. I'm just trying to. So a couple things I want to reiterate with you guys if you decide to cut your hair at home. Like I was saying before, looking at what a curly cut entails and how they go about it really helps you to visualize what you're going to do to yourself. So I already knew what shape I wanted. I wanted, as you can see, the bang with some volume up top, but I didn't want to cut too much of my length at the bottom. So basically what I envision is kind of like a heart shape cut that I'm going for, and because I'm visualizing that in my head, I can kind of see where my hair goes outside of that shape, and that's basically what I'm doing. I am trimming it into that shape, kind of like when you have a hedge or a bush in your yard and it's lost its shape. You have branches and leaves coming out of all kinds of places and you're just snipping them back into shape. That's basically what I'm doing. And so I have a couple of angles. I'm also using a hand mirror so that I can better see the back of my head. I have, of course I'm recording, so I have my monitor so I also can see my hair from that, and then there's also a mirror in front of me. So you want to be able to see your hair from different angles, and that's kind of why you see me tilting my hair this way, tilting it the other way. Our haircuts and our hair is multi-dimensional. You're going to see different shapes and different angles depending on where you're standing, and so you need to, you know, move your head and your hair in those directions so you can see the whole picture. And another thing I will say is take your time. I sped this footage up about ×3 so that this video isn't super duper long, but I am going relatively slow. I'm taking it piece by piece, section by section, and I'm taking my time. This is not a process that you want to rush. I personally found it easier to cut my hair this way in the curly state versus blowing it out and trying to make it all even. Someone asked me on Instagram, actually, is it better to cut your hair this way or is it better to blow it out and then trim it that way? And my response to them was, I mean, it depends on the person and how they want to wear and how they wear their hair most of the time. So for me, as you guys know, I wear my hair in its curly state most of the time. I don't flat iron it very often. I don't wear it straight very often. So I don't necessarily need to blow it out and make sure that each strand is even. And that's kind of what I found out when I went to the salon. Because the nape of my hair, the curl pattern is a lot looser. The curls tend to fall and they look a lot longer in the back. Even though my hair may be the same length, it will look longer in the back because of how my curls fall. And so cutting my hair in the curly state really allows me to see how it falls, and I'm able to trim it so that it may not be equal length, but it looks cohesive and it appears as if it's the same length when it's in its curly state. I hope that makes sense. It's kind of it's hard to really break down and explain what I'm doing, so I'm hoping this voiceover and me giving you guys some pointers and some tips, and then along with you actually seeing the process and seeing what I'm doing really helps you if you give this a try. But I guess the biggest takeaway is when you cut your hair in the curly state, you're not looking to even it out. You're looking to create that shape that you want your curls to fall in. And that's basically what I'm trying to do. Create that shape, that bang volume shape that I described earlier. The back was the hardest. Like the back, I would have gotten my boyfriend to help me with the back, but he sucks at taking directions, so I just figured I'd try myself. But yeah, if you can get someone to help you with the back, that would be ideal. I know the back doesn't look as good as the front. I'm not going to have front for you guys. I know the back is not going to look as good as the front because I really can't see it, but I think overall I am satisfied with the shape that I was able to create. In my opinion, it looks a lot better than how it was looking before, and that's ultimately what my goal was. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys the final look and the total amount of hair that I cut. Ended up being a good amount, actually. I was shocked at how much I ended up cutting, but it still looks long. It still has pretty much the same length, and all right, so that is the final look. I'm satisfied with the shape. I don't want to keep doing too much, or I might make it so that I don't like it. But yeah, that is how I did my curly cut at home. Probably when things open back up, I can find someone to like even it out for me. But for now, I am satisfied. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to give it a big thumbs up if you did and you found it helpful. Yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.